they hold it against Mukhtar and his wife. They've whooped the fat off of my head by then, right? And okay. But see, they thinking that boss man, they thinking that well, that's all right. They thinking, look here. They thinking that boss man is going to look out for him. I'm trying to tell them, no, boss man will use you until you have no more value. And then management, organization, he believes they have a picture of you and they have a picture of the system. The system is all powerful. See, people who are weak inside, like they don't know they're weak inside, but the people that join the army are people who are scared to go out and try life. You know what I mean? Yeah, most people in the systems, they join the army to avert risk, and then they strap a weapon on them and send them over there and stand them in front of the firing squad. The people are so crazy. They're risk averse, right? They don't want to take no chance on everything. So they go, anyway, it's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Okay. So now you got to play with them a little while. So when I called here and I said, I'm in the court now, I'm getting ready to leave the court, I want you to write something or send something, I said, that was a while back. And because here's what happened. We're in the courtroom. So the judge says to both sides, if you have some information you want me to look at it, just put it right there. We're at these tables and we'll look at it. So I took out the information that is setting the judge up. It's something that Mukhtar and them and went down and had their name put on something, but they couldn't put it on the legal stuff. They just have it put on a little document. So the judge looked at that. I'm setting the judge up because she's got a bad attitude and I don't like it. So I just set her up. So with my paperwork, I just put it right there and I set that on top. The one with his name on everything that was illegal for him to put his name on there. And she says, well, I think I'll just call and see whose name. Well, we go to Sacramento, to the state capitol. Whoever goes there last got their name on stuff. But we go, I got 10 things with this where I done took his name off and put mine on. They all know us there. So to me, it's a big joke. So I set the judge up. The judge is sitting there talking out the side of her mouth, and she is really going to be mean to me because that's what they done told her to do. Well, I didn't set her up. She says, well, I'll go check the record. And when she checked the record, it had Mukhtar's name on it instead of mine. But it's not real. It don't mean nothing. It's like you can go to an office and have your name put on anything, but you can't change the deed. You can't change the real record. You see what I mean? The real record, all the paperwork from tax exempt, all that, you can't change that. You can't change the name on a deed of a building unless you get a new bill of sale. Okay, so they tried all of that. But the only thing they could do was get surface stuff that would have their name on it. Perfect. It was all fine. But there are things that they did, the Bank of America and all of them did, that they cannot do. They can't take Omni Principal, and you can't take my name off the account and put their name on there. And they didn't took their name off. We didn't took their name off. They can't do that. And they put the money in their account. But we get a big view of what's going on. So out here, we call out here, back here, and we tell everybody, okay, we want y'all to call the office, Bank of America office out here. Here's the number. And the people here called 1 or 2 times and finished. Okay, so if anybody knows if you're good dealing with that, they know if they can look, see it's DC, then they're going to say, they're not going to answer the phone. So you just have to keep ringing it till it run them crazy. The people here didn't do it because they're on the same team. And we just know it, it's no problem. Okay, no problem. We've been knowing who the members of the team from the day we got here. Or if a nigga walk in the door, you can almost see how they walking and rolling their eyes who they are. I mean, we wait a couple of weeks. We don't just jump on them the first day and say, man, you're the police. We don't do that. Because after all, we like our police. We like our snitches and informers. We do. We like them. We like them. We like their families. We like them. To me, they're part of the family. Other people wouldn't be that way, but I am. Since 98% of the time, for the last 50 years, I've been working with snitches and stooges, 98% of the people. So if I don't like them, I don't like nobody. Right? Remember, the government, the first thing they do, they try to make you hate people. Right? Well, he was so sincere with the Iranians. Now the Iranians don't help him, they back up. No, because that's the ones that went back home are the good guys. The ones that stayed here were part of Savak. The ones over at the Daftar. And then Marzia Hashimi. When I was beat upside the head, they having a program, and the people running up and down the street, the Iranians talking about Marzia, right? You remember that? This is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Why they arrest her? Because this thing happened to me at the same time, and they wanted to focus on her. Well, been knowing who she was since 1982, the day she walked in the place in Denver. I already knew. It's not already knew, but I've been doing this all my life. So you're going to get a feel for things. There's nothing wrong with that. I like everybody on the team. I think that eventually the players will eventually sign up, because like right now, things are going so haywire and we're hitting the ball out of the park so regular and so often and so long, right? And we're never striking out. We're not hitting no bunts or balls or whatever, pop-up flies. We're not hitting that. Everything is a line drive, and it's always going out the park. Right now, every time we make a decision or an analysis of everything they do, it always, and this came out like that many times already, it comes out so close to exact that you know it's not the Negro doing it. The Negro is spiritually guided by the one who guides, Al-Hadi. That's where it's coming from. But they don't believe that. Remember, they don't believe in God. They don't believe in a supreme being that's managing all of this. So when all of this stuff happens, they try to figure out who's with him. When the guy take his bag to the store and it's got stuff in it? Do he leave something on the counter? I mean, on a ledge where the oatmeal is? That's a signal. So somebody will come in the store either with him or after him and go to the oatmeal section and get the message. They don't know what's going on. They don't have any idea because they don't have a lot of brains. At first, everybody looked real. On the way up, they looked, man, I remember in Jahiliyyah, when the Negro was on the way up, if it was Fast Johnny, he'd have his rings, his women, all that stuff. He'd be the talk of the town. Then things would start kicking in, and when he started heading down, you just have to back out of the way and let him go on down. That's not the way it is in our case. It's not the way it is in our case. We're not going anywhere down. Boss man is. This is a psycho-spiritual attack behind and in front of enemy lines. So we're attacking boss man in multiple places. In front of him, behind him, and on each side. Now, I know that sounds like the Quran, but that's what it make you, in the Quran when it talks about Allah made them look like twice their number, all that. Well, that's where boss man do with us. I mean, Allah do with us. So they think we're a dumb nigga, huh? Well, good. You won't think niggas is dumb no more after we finish slapping the urine out of you in front of like all these talks over and over again in front of everybody. And guess what? They're all coming out our way. Boss man ain't winning nothing. Boss man have not won nothing. And boss man is headed, hey man, it is unbelievable, the laughing stock of the world. The implausible leadership, telling everybody what to do. And wait a minute, why? If we do that, we're gonna go broke, and we're gonna be cold in next winter, and we're gonna be. And boss man telling them y'all gonna do that. It's insanity, literal insanity. And the old pole fella he's looking stupid too. Now, old Don looked dumb and crazy, and you could really paint him up as super crazy. But this one is just as bad, except a different way. You feel sorry for this guy because, well, you've stayed in there too long, and and everybody sees it. You don't have no respect when Obama's there in the White House. What does everybody do? They hang in with him. And he's walking around like by himself. I don't know if y'all saw them scenes. Ain't nobody even talking to him. And you saying, that ain't no way to do nobody. At least, stand there and, yeah, chief, something. But they're all in that, and they do their little petty get backs, petty little stabs, and that's what they're doing. Because they're all small people. Remember, all of those people are little. It's like Al Sharpton is little, old Mr. Crumb is little, all of those people are little. They're little because they don't face any real challenges. I'm not going to do it. We big because we face challenges. We don't play the game. You can't make me the star. I'm going to be the star whether you like it or not. And I'm going to take all the stuff that go along with it. Them, Abdul Malik, them, Mukhtar, and them, they don't do that. They make them the star. They give them the team. Everything they got, they gave it to them. And they don't want to lose what Boss Man gave them. Well, we don't want what Boss Man. Okay, let me get back. Strategic depth. From a Negro perspective, that mean that I coin it embarrassadors, not ambassadors. Embarrassadors, if y'all can pick up on it. Yeah, that's what we do. We embarrass. You talk about how much sense you got, and you can't even thread a needle. You can't do nothing. See, when you going up, you look like you big, but when you coming down, and remember, everybody is waiting till it looks like you headed down. And then they all come out. All the people come out on them. Yeah. It's going to be reversed with us.